Friends, hello, hope you are well. Let's talk about some AI stocks. So trying to make videos here with the comments that I get comments about make cannabis stocks, make AI stocks, make crypto stocks, make this stock, so I'm trying to cover all the bases here and just kind of just chit chat here with everyone. So AI stocks, obviously we are in an AI bubble right now, and that's not a terrible thing. Bubbles usually pop, and we saw that with the EV market. That was like the last big bubble, I feel like, in the market. That turned out to be just a huge mess at the end of the day, and now we are in quite the opposite range where we were even 3-4 years ago with EV stocks. Now we are in an AI bubble, but eventually this bubble will burst a little bit into something else, but I don't think AI is obviously going anywhere. It's going to get thicker, it's going to get heavier, and it's going to get a lot more expensive. But obviously this month too, here in April, we're seeing a hellacious market. I mean, rates, inflation, everything is coming out reports, and the market is taking damage off of that, and it's gonna keep probably going here for a while. But of course, the powers that be that are in charge right now in the Oval Office and all that kind of stuff say that everything is going great. So this is where we're at right now. It's hard to get the truth, but numbers do not lie, and that's what we're seeing right now, and it all trickles into the market. So with that, there's a lot of deals out there right now in the market. In AI, there's a lot of deals, expensive deals, but I'm going to talk about those. And right now, mention this here, but obviously I think we're like 10 days out, less than that, with Bitcoin halving. So that is going to more than likely spike us going into May with crypto running. Usually after these halvings with Bitcoin, it takes about a week or so for stuff to really start moving into a bigger range here with crypto. If you look at a chart from the last 10 years, how this usually works. So not expecting crypto to really do much probably until May, but May could turn out to really turn around here in the market. So friends, let's talk about AI stocks. I kind of want to go through these kind of quick. I don't want to bore people. I just want to make this like to the point, what's going on, where these stocks are looking at, and I just want to answer questions because people are always asking me what about AI stocks and which ones do I like. Flattering. Here we go. So obviously I'm gonna start with the Mac Daddy. I don't think this is any secret. Nancy Pelosi's favorite stock, if you know, you know. It's gonna be Nvidia. Obviously Nvidia, I don't want to go over it too much because it's so covered heavily on YouTube, and I think if you know at this point. But I think if you can just use this as a savings account, and obviously I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a professional, I'm just a dork with a YouTube channel who loves the yap and just talk to people on here. There will be a stock split on this very soon, more than likely maybe this year going into next year, because obviously they're going to want their stock at a more affordable rate, but more than likely by the end of this year, if we do not see a stock split, this thing will be over $1,000. That is more than likely where this is going to be. You're talking about a company that is making millions of dollars within a week. So I mean, what they make in a day is what some big companies that are well known make, and their market cap is out of control and growing. So they are really the king of AI stocks right now. I mean, this is, there's a reason why it's so expensive right now. And it's like another stock here, supercomputer, another AI stock that is heavily expensive right now, but more than likely will be over $1,000 here, which is, maybe the next, 60 to 90 days. This could be over $1,000 into $1,100 stock price for this. Just for one share, you could be paying over $1,000, which is nutso. But when stocks do get like that, the company starts to talk about a stock split. I mean, because they want their stock to be affordable. They want people to buy it at a full share, because it does help in the long run when people can start buying it up. And when that happens, going back to Nvidia here, say we do see a stock split here by the end of the year, more than likely how we usually see stock splits happen, they'll probably do 1 to 5 stock split, or excuse me, like a 3 to 1 stock split the other way, sorry. But more than likely it will be something not heavily dramatic, but dramatic enough, to where, even if you had 3 shares of it, that's pretty that's a really good deal for you at the end of the day. So those are 2 stocks that are heavy expensive, Nvidia and supercomputer, but these are things that I would look at more as like a savings account. I wouldn't look at these things that, because I think most people that are watching this video are just, we're just workers, we're moms, we're dads, we're blue collar people. There's some heavy hitters in here. But I would look at these more as like just savings account. Like, hey, I've got $5-10. I'm going to put it in Nvidia. I'm going to put it in supercomputer. And over time, it will grow. If you're not putting a dividend stock, that's more than likely where you want to put it. So that's kind of how I would look at that when it comes to investing, because I don't know that a lot of investors even talk about that. A lot of people talk about Nvidia, they talk about supercomputer, these really great companies that still a lot meat left on the bone, a long ways to go, but not everyone can drop $900 to $1,000 on one share, and if they do, it's probably going to tap them out for quite a while. That's just that's just where everything is, and that's totally fine, that's understandable. So that's kind of how I would explain how to get into that, how to invest into that kind of company. And obviously you can own most platforms, I think now, especially Robinhood and Webull, you can just put $5, $10, $50, $100 into something, that you can't afford a whole share of. But Nvidia is going to keep knocking out quarterlies here. They're going to blow through quarterlies. The next 5 years with Nvidia are set. We know what's coming, and we don't know what's coming in a good way. So Nvidia is set. It's literally like printing money for yourself. If you put the money in there, it's gonna do fine. It's gonna do fine. The company is so ahead right now, and just ask Nancy. She's doing very well off of it. So friends, that is that stock right there. Like I said, I don't want to talk too much about it because I think so many people are already wrapped up in it. But going into the next one here, Tesla. And I know these are boring so far. A lot of people talk about them. I'm going to talk about some other ones that people may not be aware of, but Tesla. So here is the game plan with Tesla. Here's like the 1, 2, 3 bullet point on the blackboard. What is probably going to take place here with Tesla, and how I'm playing it, how most people are playing it, or should really think about what's coming here. Tesla. Car sales are down. They're dropping prices. We expect the next quarter, probably next 2 quarterlies, to go down. They will. That we've already seen that. It's going to continue to happen. And this is where the EV market is as well. People are not buying EV cars like they were. It's just, and Tesla's having to drop prices. So obviously what's going to happen? Quarterlies are going to go down. We're still expecting Tesla to go down. It should. Tesla possibly could be 150, 140 here by summer. That's a very real conversation. Short term. Long term is where we really need to think about Tesla, because here's one thing that is going on. Tesla has something unique. A few things that are unique, obviously. First thing, it has the new Cybertruck, which is, they're already sold out. That thing is just, it's blown up. And those trucks are going to be bringing in quite a bit of revenue over this year, so they will definitely help revenue, but more than likely we will see a huge drop in revenue on the next quarterly, probably the rest of the quarterlies for the rest of the year, just for the overall EV market. The whole EV market has been trashed. If you've followed it any, 4 years ago there was 40, 50 new EV companies. Everyone with $10 billion was starting an EV company, and now they've been cut in half, and what is holding on for dear life, and there's not too many. Look at Lucid. There's just so many that are just like, just have a pulse at this point, and that's, people are like, I don't know if this is going to work. But Tesla has the EV market pretty much nailed down, but also they have, what they're trying to do now is really get into the AI market. Well, obviously they've always been an AI company, but even more so. And they're really getting into their robotics. These are real things that they are making, robots. So, this, and they look like the movie I Am Robot. That's what's so crazy. So this is really the start. And to me, this whole robotic thing right here, this is obviously AI stuff, but I think this is going to be a whole new bubble, and could possibly be the new bubble into the future, the whole robot thing. And we've seen that with a few stocks so far that have come out, companies that are making robots. But I mean, we're literally talking about like Terminator robots at this point. I mean, this is what we're looking at. So Tesla, Elon is going after that market, and this is what Elon does. He goes after early markets. I mean, the EV market, he pretty much invented it, and that's why Tesla's so far ahead too. So think of, you're investing in an EV company that's already doing well and has secured the market and will continue to, and also they're starting their own market in a way with robotics, and think where that will be in the next 5 to 10 years. So what's to come? A lot more money, and probably a lot more stock splits in the right way to make you extremely rich. So over the next 5-10 years, I would be dumping money into Tesla. If you're like looking at retiring into this, using this, the next 5-10 years to have a massive amount of money into Tesla, to where you can, maybe even 10 extra money. Who knows where this is going to go? Because I really think this robotic, I will say, movement, it will be the next big bubble in the market. I really believe that. And obviously, there's an argument there that the robotics is AI is robotics, but I'm kind of separating them there. So that's kind of how I feel about it. Obviously I don't want to go into the quarterlies and all that, and money, all that stuff we know with Tesla. I think that's kind of obvious. I'm kind of trying to, drill out right now, what is down the pipeline, what is coming, like what's the bread and butter, nuts and bolts of what is coming with these companies. Why should I, what's the first thing that's going to grab my attention with these companies? Because when you do start talking about numbers with companies and the money and all that, really getting into it, people kind of lose track. And people want to talk about cool stuff too, and robotics and electric cars that are unique are cool. So it gets people's attention. So I'm going to shut up about Tesla, but Tesla, I am dumping money into Tesla. Dumping. Next stock, just quickly go over here. The next stock is going to be CEL8, Celestial Holdings. I think I said that right. I always mess that up there. But this is another essentially AI company that is ripping through quarterlies right now. I mean, just like ripping through stuff. This is a stock that a lot of people are getting attracted to, and I think this is going to be another AI stock that, I mean, I don't want to say like it's not known about. It is very well known about, but this is a stock that will well over be $100 here very soon. I mean, it is only a matter of time for we see another quarterly, another deal, something take place here where this stock is just out of control. I'm not saying this is going to be the next Nvidia or anything like that, but for an AI company that is unique and doing their own things, and I don't want to go over the genesis of the company, but I do want to say that money-wise, quarterlies, where they're going, where they're expected to go is, going to be a bombshell of a number here by the end of this year going into next year. The company just had a profit of $50 million on their last quarterly, so that is a huge bump up, and which is what has struck up a lot of attention with them, even more so. I remember the stock when it was around $30, and it was really like, kind of grabbing my attention, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't right now, because this is like kind of before the AI thing kind of really started to take place. It was like $30-$40, almost $50, and now look at it like, God, I should have pulled the trigger back then. But it's still, think of 6 months to a year from now, this could be dirt cheap. I mean, this could be a dirt cheap stock right now. So this is long-term play though. This is long-term play. So throw that one in there real fast. I think I've talked about 4 so far. So one more to kind of wrap up. These are stocks that I'm comfortable in. These are stocks that I'm comfortable in talking about, and people look up. And I don't ever want to tell you directly to put your money into something. I think you should do your own due diligence and look up things. I really do mean that. And get excited about a stock. Do the research, do the looking into it, and obviously look at other people's opinions. And I'm sure there's other people talking about these stocks on YouTube. I know a few of them are. So the last stock that I am also dumping money into right now, and it's kind of teeter-tottering right now, which was not the conversation even 3 months ago, but Palantir. Palantir, obviously, I think most people know Palantir at this point. This was probably the hottest stock on the market here, really the last 3 months. It's been the talk of the town. Even last year, this stock was just getting a lot of people's attention. Now, many people have forecasted that Palantir in the next, 2 to 3 years will be $500, $200, $100, a crazy amount. And we had these huge government contracts that happened here probably over the past, 4 or 5 months at this point. Some of them kind of fell through with how they really were in the financial department of that. They weren't as juicy as what they let on, and some things got ripped out a little bit. But still, what we expect from Palantir is that they should be acing quarterlies for the rest of the year. They should continue to grow, same word, and expand their business. So still a very new but old AI company, but with this AI movement, and hey, we may be in an AI bubble, but we may not even be halfway through it at this point. We could still have a lot to go here with the AI movement, and especially if we see a bull run here. And I hate to even say that, because I just don't know that we're going to see a bull run anytime soon. I think we'll see a bull run on crypto before we see a bull run on this market, especially with numbers and reports, and investors are just uncomfortable right now, and big institutions to really lay into the market right now. So, and when we see a bull run, we're obviously going to see low end cap stocks, especially like Palantir, run here. And Palantir sitting at $20, $23 on a good day right now. But you're talking about something that has massive potential going into, this time next year. This could be $40 or $50 this time next year, especially if they keep releasing bombshell quarterlies here. Deals keep happening, and, the AI, the FOMO, the excitement continues to go, and people do not want to miss out on what's going on in AI. So right now, generally, what I would say is, the market is going to really continue to do well here, but we're in the season right now where the market is kind of unpredictable, and that is what we're seeing. These reports, there was a big argument. I was talking about this 2 months ago, where a lot of these economists and people that are in finance and the stock market were saying, we believe April is probably going to be bad when we see reports. And then there was then of course you have the other half, which is the government, the face of the government, we'll just say, I don't want to name names, but saying that everything's great, inflation's under control, eggs are cheaper than they've ever been. But then when we have these numbers that really indicate rates and what's coming, housing market, food, how much eggs really are, the numbers don't lie, and they always go to the first place. They always attack the first source, and that's the market, which is all of our money wrapped up in there. So, where the rest of the year goes with the market, I don't know. It's not getting better. We still have the S&P going up. We still have NASDAQ doing well. These things are moving, but when it comes to low-end cap stocks, and even like Nvidia or, supercomputer, these bigger AI companies, and, things like that, we're kind of just seeing a wall being hit right now. Everything's just kind of like, it's come to a halt. So with that, there could be more sell-off in the market. Who knows? We could see more sell-off. But this month is crypto month. More than likely, we're going to see crypto run big here within the next 2 months. hoping, which I guess I need to make a video about that. People will not stop asking about crypto. Friends, that is kind of where I'm at. I may make another AI stock, but I wish all of you well. These are stocks that I feel comfortable with, that I love, and I'll probably be in for the next, 15 to 20 years, in, maybe 5 years. See, who knows what happens. We just have to follow this AI movement, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited about Tesla. I'm just so excited. Like, I feel like Tesla is like revamping the wheel of them as a company and where they're going. It's a very interesting time now to watch this and what's happening. And within 5 to 10 years, we could be talking about some kind of, space program company that Elon's making public. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box. Being crazy here. Friends, take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.